They say evil has 1,000 faces. Some were never caught. Others still breathe behind these walls. They weren't ghosts. They were neighbors, workers, fathers, hiding a secret beyond imagination. Their victims are counted by dozens, by hundreds. This is the part of history no one wants to remember. Welcome, the serial killers with the highest body count.
Come in. I want to show you something.
An old building, yellow light behind a window. In Milwaukee lived a quiet man. No one suspected a thing. Jeffrey Dahmer was invisible to most, but behind his door, time stood still. His nights were long,
Sandwich.
his thoughts even darker. Neighbors remembered strange smells, noises late at night. Dahmer always smiled, always had an excuse. For years, the truth hid in plain sight, until 1991. That night, they discovered everything. Evidence, photographs, secrets accumulated over years. Dahmer was arrested. He confessed without resistance. He said he couldn't stop, that something in his mind controlled him. His story ended behind walls, but the fear never left. Jeffrey Dahmer, the monster no one saw. Deep in the Valle del Cauca, a shadow walked among the stalks. No one suspected the face behind it. Orphaned, abandoned, beaten by life. His childhood was a labyrinth of fear and solitude. There, in the shadows, the darkness that would follow him began to form. He posed as an ice cream seller, a kind man with a limp asking for help. His smile was a trap, a lure for children who didn't know the danger lurking behind innocence. The cane fields held his secrets, stories that few dared to tell, hidden among the tall stalks in silence. For years he remained hidden, until a brave witness spoke out. In 2003, the truth caught up with him, and the mystery was finally unveiled. He died years later, but the echo of his secrets remains, reminding us that shadows can hide where we least expect them. In the 1970s, terror had a face: Ted Bundy. At first glance, charming, educated, charismatic. But behind that smile, a meticulous predator was stalking his victims. Always the same trick: a sling, asking for help. And no one imagined that helping him meant disappearing forever. For years, the police chased him. Bundy was always one step ahead. He escaped prison twice. The second time, jumping from a library window and disappearing into the crowd. In his trial, The world watched. He denied everything, flirted with fame, until he confessed to more than 30 murders. Many believe there were even more. Ted Bundy died in the electric chair, but his story remains a chilling reminder. Evil doesn't always scream. Sometimes it smiles. In the shadows of Moscow, a man walked with a secret no one could imagine. His ordinary face hid something far darker. Alexander grew up in solitude and hardship. His childhood was marked by isolation, and from a young age, he began to see life as a game, a board where every move mattered. He became known as the chessboard killer. Each square represented a goal, a step in a silent game only he understood. For years, he remained hidden in plain sight. His secrets were tucked away in the paths and parks of Moscow, where no one suspected a deadly game was being played. In 2006, the truth came to light. Evidence and brave testimonies ended his game, and Alexander Pichushkin was arrested and sentenced to life imprisonment. His story reminds us that obsession can grow in silence, and the darkest secrets sometimes hide where no one is looking. The game ended, but the memory of his secrets remains, haunting the paths where it all began. When the system failed, Pedro acted. He created his own code. If the law won't arrive, I will. And so began his silent crusade. Brazil, a land of contrasts, beauty, and shadows. In that darkness, a man walked with a mission. Pedro Rodrigues Filho didn't grow up dreaming of heroes. He grew up witnessing injustice. From a young age, he understood that in his world, no one would rescue the innocent. He didn't seek fame. He didn't crave applause. His purpose was clear, to clear the path of those who caused harm. To many, he was a monster. To others, a feared protector. Eventually, he was captured. From prison, he shared stories like chapters from a strange book, a man who saw the world divided into the guilty and the innocent. His name became legend. Some feared him, others admired him, but all remembered one thing: he never stopped when he believed he was delivering justice. Pedro Rodrigues Filho, a common man with a dark mission: to fix a broken world. Harold Frederick Shipman, known as Dr. Death, one of the most prolific serial killers in modern history. Born on January 14, 1946, in Nottingham, England, Shipman became a trusted general practitioner. His kind and reliable image allowed him to earn the confidence of hundreds of patients, many elderly, who never imagined their doctor would become their executioner. Between 1970 and 1998, he killed over 250 patients using lethal doses of diamorphine. He falsified medical records, declared deaths as natural, and no one suspected the respected doctor. His pattern began to emerge in 1998 when a pharmacist noticed unusually high prescriptions of diamorphine. Police reviewed files and discovered dozens of deaths under his care. The case of Kathleen Grundy, his friend and accountant, was crucial. Large sums of money transferred to Shipman raised suspicion. In 2000, he was tried, found guilty of 15 confirmed murders, and sentenced to life imprisonment without parole. Shipman died in his prison cell in 2004, apparently by suicide. His story shook public trust in medicine and led to reforms in medical oversight. Harold Shipman, the doctor who betrayed the trust of those who needed him most, leaving behind a horrifying legacy impossible to forget.